Hello and good morning to all of you. So this is Vijayam Physics classes. So today I am going to discuss about vectors. See regarding vectors in the last classes what I said. See I explained about what is meant by vector and scalar, and then in the next part I said about the parallelogram law of vector addition, and then we explained about the Lami's theorem and also about the resolution of vectors. So in this part I am going to discuss about the dot product and cross product of vectors. So first we'll start our class with what is called dot product. See the dot product is also known as a scalar product. So why it is called scalar product? Okay, see why it is called scalar product, or why it is known as dot product? Because see, when you multiply two vectors, see remember vector is having magnitude and direction. See when two vectors multiplied, okay, when two vectors multiply, the resultant is a scalar, then that is called scalar product. Okay, see the product of two vectors is a scalar. The product of two vectors is a scalar, then that is called as dot product. So in this, then how you can define the dot product here? Suppose for example, if I multiply two vectors, let's say I represent as A dot B. So what is A dot B? Means how you can define the dot product. See the dot product is defined as the product of the magnitude of two vectors. Okay, the product of the magnitude of two vectors and the cosine of the angle between them, then that is called dot product. So what do you mean by dot product here? So dot product is nothing but, or the scalar product is what? See the product of two vectors, the dot product of two vectors is nothing but the product of the magnitude of the vectors and the cosine of the angle between them. So this term is defined as the scalar product. Say for example, let us say regarding work done. Suppose work done is nothing but the product of force and displacement. See remember here, force and displacement are vector quantities and the work done is a scalar quantity. Okay, say work done is scalar. So for example, you look at the power. Say power equal to what? See F dot V. Okay, see here the force is a vector, velocity is a vector, means the resultant is what? It's a power. See power is a scalar quantity. So like that. So that is called dot product. But see carefully here, how you can do this dot product here, or how we can perform this dot product. And also see if you observe carefully, see we got modulus of A, modulus of B into cos theta. So there are three cases are available. See number one, if theta is 0, then see A dot B is called what? See the A dot B is nothing but see modulus of A into modulus of B, because cos 0 value is 1. Means at that time it is maximum. Suppose if I take, see let us say if theta is equal to 180 degrees, then here what is the A dot B value? The A dot B is nothing but minus A into minus B, means the modulus of minus A into modulus of minus B. Okay, means here, means it is a negative, means negative maximum. So this is positive maximum, this is negative maximum. See let us say if theta is equals to 90 degrees, then we say what is the A dot B value? The A dot B value is 0. Means what here? See how this A and B are, now see here, A and B are perpendicular now. So this is very important case. Here when you can say two vectors are perpendicular. See two vectors are perpendicular if their dot product is 0. Okay, so now the question is, see how we can do this dot product. Okay, so let us consider, let us say A is equals to A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. Okay, let us take another vector B. Okay, so here B is equals to, okay, B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. So let us take two vectors here. See in these two vectors, see how we can do this dot product. Okay, see carefully, I am rubbing this part. Okay, see I wanted to do the dot product here. See carefully here, just now I said that see A dot B is equal to what? See A dot B is equals to modulus of A into modulus of B into cos theta. Okay, then here how can I write this A dot B here? See A dot B regarding these two vectors, it's nothing but see A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap dot, okay, B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. So here that is the dot product we are going to do now. Okay, then see carefully, see when you are doing dot product, see here we are doing I dot I. Then here how you can define this I dot I? See carefully here. See the I dot I. What is I dot I here? See I dot I is equals to modulus of I into cos. See here I and I means this is also I, this is also I, means both are in the same direction. Then what is the angle that time? That the angle is 0, means cos 0. See here, I value, see I means what? It's a unit vector. What is its magnitude? 1. What is its magnitude? 1. Cos 0 is 1. Means what? 1 into 1 into 1. It's nothing but 1. Means what here? If I take I dot I, okay, J dot J, then K dot K, it is equal to 1. Means what? The similar vectors if I multiply, then I will get 1. Means what? See I dot I equal to 1. And see here what I said here, the product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Now see let us try. See I dot j. See how can I do I dot j here? See I dot j is equals to modulus of I modulus of j into cos. Now tell me I and j. See carefully, see I and j. See what is the angle between these two? 90 degrees. Therefore see here theta is equals to 90 degrees. Suppose if I substitute cos 90. What is the cos 90 value? 0. Therefore, see what is the I dot j here? See the I dot j is equal to 0. Means what here? If I take any perpendicular component, see I dot j, j dot k, and here k dot I, okay, k dot I, that is 0. Okay, are you following what I am saying? See, these are the two rules to be followed here. See, one is I means J K is 1, but I J K I, the product is 0. Okay, then see carefully here what I can write here. Okay, see observe here carefully. See when you are doing this dot product here, see when you are doing dot, see let us multiply A1 I cap into B1 I cap. Then see what is A dot B here? The A dot B is nothing but A1 B1. Then you see when you do I dot J 0, I dot K 0. Then again see J dot I 0, J dot J 1. Therefore what you will get here? You will get A2 B2. Then see K dot K is 0. Sorry, K dot K is 1, but K dot I is 0, K dot J 0. Means what here? Therefore what you will get A3 B3. Is there any direction you got here? No direction. So means what here? The dot product of two vectors is a scalar quantity. Okay, the dot product of two vectors is what? It's a scalar quantity. Then you can also find the angle between the vectors also. See how you can find the angle between the vectors. So cos theta is equals to, say just take this one. See cos theta is equals to A dot B by modulus of A and modulus of B. That is the cos theta. You can find the angle between any two vectors. So let us take one small example. See the example 1. So let us say A is equals to, okay, see A is equal to, one second, okay, 3A cap minus J cap plus K cap, okay, then see carefully here, see here the B is equals to, okay, 3A cap minus 2J cap plus K cap, then see here B is equals to, okay, B is equal to 2A cap plus 6J cap plus 6K cap. Okay, something like that they give. So when they are given this one, say how you can do this A dot B. Okay, see here how you can do A dot B. See, let us use the direct formula. See A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. Okay, then yes, you just multiply. This is A1 B1, A2 B2, A3 B3. So 3 into 2, 6. Minus 2 into 6, minus 12. 1 into 6, 6. Therefore it is 0. Means A dot B is equal to 0. Means what here? The A is perpendicular to B and the angle between the vectors is 90 degrees. Okay. So here are you following what I am saying here? So this is called a dot product. See in the dot product, see what we are going to get. See in the dot product we are going to get see A dot B is equals to modulus of A modulus of B cos theta, and if cos theta is equal to A dot B by modulus of A into modulus of B. I think you know how to calculate modulus of A, that is root over A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. And modulus of B is root of B1 square plus B2 square plus B3 square. And here you also can find the A dot B. So you can use this direct formula instead of every time multiplying like this. A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. Okay. Okay. Now see, let us discuss about the cross product. You can pause and you can copy. Okay. So let us discuss about the cross product. See how we can do this cross product. See, a cross product is entirely different from this dot product. Okay, see regarding dot product, see what we got here. The product of two vectors is a scalar. Now see, let us try to do the dot product. Sorry, cross product. See, the cross product is also known as vector product. Vector product. Okay, so why it is called vector product here? We are here because the product of two vectors is a vector here. See in this one, what is this one? See, product of two vectors is a vector. Okay, product of two vectors is what? It's a vector. So that's why this is called as cross product. Then how we can define this cross product here? See the cross product of two vectors, see A cross B. Okay, see here A cross B is equals to modulus of A modulus of B into sine theta. Okay, this is the cross product of two vectors. So see here, what do you mean by cross product of two vectors? The cross product of two vectors is defined as the product of the magnitude of two vectors and the sine of the angle between them. See, this term is treated as vector product. But see here, very important point is what? See here, the A cross B, whenever you are doing A cross B, see remember the resultant is again what? The resultant is nothing but a vector. So means a vector means what? It should have a direction. Okay, see carefully here. So here what we must use is that, see here we must use the right hand thumb rule. Okay, right hand thumb rule. So this is very important. See regarding especially in the cross product two vectors. See for example, let us consider in one plane. See this is one vector A and this is one vector B. So what is the cross product of vector A and B? Then see if I do the cross product of A cross B. See what is this one? This is A cross B. Remember if I do A cross B, see the resultant you will get, it is a C. The vector C. See carefully, see how you can do this right hand thumb rule. See this is A and that is B. See A cross B, the resultant is C. Okay. Please try to understand this one, very important. See this is A, that is B. See here the A and B. See A and B. See I started, see the order here. See I started with A and ended at B. So A cross B means what? Towards B I am rotating. Towards B I am rotating. So here the thumb shows what? The direction of the C. The resultant vector C. See here C is equals to A cross B. Okay, the vector C is what? The vector C is nothing but A cross B. Okay, are you following what I am saying? Yes, sir. This is called right hand thumb rule. Now see, let us observe here carefully. Let us take the vector B and the vector C. Sorry, vector A. Okay, now see, let us do the cross product from B to A. Okay, if I do the cross product, see, this is B and I am turning towards A. Say B cross A, then see what I got? I got another vector. That's in the downward direction. See, when I did A cross B, I got vector in this direction. Say when I did B cross A, see here I got the vector in opposite direction. Means that this one is D. This one is D, and see this one we'll call it as B cross A. Means is A cross B and B cross A are equal? They are not equal. See, remember, so it's a very very important point. See here, A dot B is equals to B dot A. So regarding dot product, they are equal. So regarding dot product, they are equal. Why they are equal? Because they are just a scalar. They are just a magnitude. So they are equal. But here, when you are doing cross product here, see here, you cannot write A cross B is not equal to B cross C. Why? Because their directions are different. But here you can write here, see, C can be written as minus of D. Why minus of D? Because exactly in the opposite direction. See carefully here, see A cross B and B cross C. Okay, B cross C means what? It's a perpendicular. See, remember, it's a very very another important point. So C is perpendicular to A. C is perpendicular to B. Okay, and here you can also write here A dot C is equal to 0. Why here? Because these two are perpendicular. And here you can also write, see here, B dot C is equal to 0. Because these two are perpendicular. Okay, are you following what I am saying here? Okay, means here the resultant vector whatever you are getting, see, that is perpendicular to both A and B. And similarly here also in the D, even the D is also perpendicular to A and D is perpendicular to B. And the dot product is also 0. The dot product between these two also 0. Okay, so here see, you should be very very careful. So when you are doing the cross product, because the cross product is linked with the direction. So you are supposed to see the direction here. Okay, then see carefully here. Then how to do this cross product? Okay, see here I am rubbing this one. Please kindly pause and write down. Okay, now see carefully here. Now how we can do this cross product here? That is another important point. See here. So again let us take A is equals to A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. That is one vector. And let us take another vector. Say B1 I cap plus B2 j cap plus B3 k cap. And how we can do this cross product? See here, once you see carefully, see what is this I cross j? Suppose if I wanted to do I cross j. So what is this I cross j here? See, when you are doing I cross j, j cross k like that, see carefully, let us follow this one circle here. See I cross j. Okay, k. Okay, see carefully here. See you are doing I cross j. See, when you are doing I cross j, what you are getting here, you are going to get k cap. Okay, then here when you are going to do j cross I, you are going to get minus k cap because it's in the opposite direction. See carefully here. See, suppose here I will draw. See carefully. Try to understand this one. See, this is I, this is j, and this is k. Okay, let us say this is k cap. Okay, now see, observe here carefully here. See here when you are doing, okay, let me draw the k cap this side. See I cross j. Okay, see what is this one? This one is k cap. Okay, please try to understand here. See carefully here. See, this one is I. When say towards j, then what you got here? You got k cap. Suppose for example you are doing k and I. See k and I, you are getting j cap. Okay, see k and I means you are getting j cap. Okay, are you understanding, sir, what I am saying here? Means what here? So what is this I cross j? See, I cross j will be k cap. See, or if not, see, just follow this. So this one is little difficult. Instead of this one, please follow this one. See, I j k. See, I cross j is k cap. Now, if you take an opposite direction, then you have what is j cross k? The j cross k equal to sorry, j cross I. What is j cross I here? It's nothing but minus k cap. Okay, means if I take an opposite direction, that is negative. If I take in positive direction, that is taken as positive. Okay, if I take in clockwise is positive, anti-clockwise is negative. Okay, then say let us take j cross k. What is j cross k? That is I cap. Okay, then here what is k cross I? See k cross I, that is j cap. Okay, then if I take in opposite direction, see a k cross j. What is k cross j? That is minus I cap. Then if I do I cross k, see that is minus j cap. Means you see whenever you are solving the problem, you should see carefully the direction. The direction plays an important role in this case. Okay, the direction plays an important role. Then see what about the I cross I? See I cross I. Suppose if I do I cross I, see modulus of I into sine. See I and A sine 0. What is sine 0 here? It is 0. Means what if we take the similar vectors, the same direction. See I cross I is equals to j cross j is equals to, okay, and k cross k is equal to what? It is 0. Okay. Then how we can do this a cross b here? Say for that one what we do, we will follow determinant method. Please don't by heart any of the formulae regarding this. Okay, please don't by heart any of the formulae regarding this one. See here what you will do is that whenever they ask us to do the cross product, please follow this determinant method. That will be easy. Okay, once if you get practice, you can do within seconds. Say suppose if I have to do a cross b, the first thing what we have to do is that, okay, like write the determinant. First write down I, j and k cap. See, please follow the order. They are asking a cross b or b cross e. That you should see and you should do that sum. Okay, they are asking a cross b. Means first you should write the a terms. Means a1, a2 and a3. Then you should write the b terms. See here b1, b2 and b3. Okay, then see here let us try the a cross b here. See what is the a cross b here? See first we will start with I cap. See first you start with I cap. See if you are choosing this I cap here, then what you have to do is that, see here, don't touch this. Then you take this one. Okay, then you see the determinant, the AD minus BC. So A cross B is equal to what here? A cross B is equal to I multiply. See I multiply. See here A2B3. See A2B3 minus A3B2. AD minus BC. Okay. A2B3 minus A3B2 minus J cap. Means first you should take plus, then you should take negative. Then say when you are choosing this J cap here, see you are choosing this J cap, then what you have to do? See forget about this and this anyhow. Then see what you will get here. See here you will be having this A1 B3 and B1 A3. Means what AD minus BC. Means here A1 B3 minus B1 A3. Okay. Then next you take the K cap. When you are taking K cap, so forget about this one, take these two. Okay, then here say plus K cap. See first it is negative, first it is positive, negative, then positive. Then you say what is this K cap here? See K cap equal to A1 B2. Okay, A1 B2, then minus A2 B1. Then you will get the required answer. Means here suppose you can also do directly. Like here suppose if I am A1 cross B1 I cap, that is 0. So A1 I cap cross J, okay, I cross J, that is K, I cross J, that is K, then A1 B2 K cap, like that you should write the biggest equation. So instead of that one, if you follow this determinant, that will be easy one. Okay, are you following what I am saying here? And see carefully, see where this cross product is useful. See like finding area of a parallelogram. Okay, the area of a parallelogram you can find by using this one. See what is the area of parallelogram? It's the modulus of A cross B. So if you do the modulus of A cross B, then you'll get the area of parallelogram. But see, basically, see here, especially it is used in rotational mechanics, like finding torque. So torque is equal to R cross F. Suppose in order to find the angular momentum, see angular momentum. So angular momentum is equals to m into R cross V. Okay, means that is simply mv here, that we can write m into R cross V. See, in those cases, the angular momentum is very useful. Means the cross product is very useful. And remember, always use the right hand thumb rule. See, A cross B and B cross U. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much to all of you. Okay, so this is Vijayam Physics classes. Please kindly watch and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.